Working on another cardboard cutout project. Good morning, YouTube, on a Wednesday morning. Yes, I am back to the cardboard construction business. I have decided to make a parts bin for my PTR parts, and there will be 20 bins in this one here, and that should hold, I think, most of the electronic parts and maybe some of the mechanical parts as well. But I just wanted something to so when you fill these orders, if you have something like this, it's easy to just pick one out of each compartment, put it in the envelope, and it's ready to go, rather than try to find each bag of parts around wherever they're laying and things like that. Anyway, this is something I love to do anyway, so I thought I'd go ahead and start on it. And I came up with a unique way of holding that. I thought it was pretty unique anyway. Those are nice and gluing well, and once they set a little bit, I will mark off my rows. Now the rows are 2.5 inches apart, square I should say, so there will be 20 in this container, bin, whatever you want to call it. And I will be making, I think as of right now, I think I have 18 or 19 separate parts in that category to put in it. So now I've got these 3 inches high. That might be a little too high, I don't know, we'll see. But I just want to start off with 3 inches. I can always cut it down if I need to. But that's where we're starting. So I've got to go in and make, let's see, 4 more of these. That'll get us to the end. And then I'll put the ends on, going that way and that way, and that'll be the end of that. But that'll be easy enough to do, I think, once these are set up. And so that's what I'm doing today. Anybody, I was waiting for some comments on this. Of course, it hasn't even aired yet. It doesn't air till noon, and it's got 12 minutes yet to go or so. So if you guys have any pertinent comments on where I can find a display for this thing. Now, I think they call this COG, something crystal and glass or something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it's worded, but because you can see the pins go into this glass here. And I say glass, and I think it's plastic, but it might be glass. I don't know. It's pretty hard, so I don't know. But anyway, I'm very anxious to get some comments on this to see what you guys think about it. Yeah, I can even see, if I look this way, I can see the outline of the various segments and stuff like that in this reflection here. I don't know if you guys can pick that, if the camera will pick that up or not, but you can see, like I said, the segments and stuff like in that glass. So obviously that's the display itself, and I think the rest of it's just reflectors and back whatever you want to call it, because for it to show up, I guess it has to have something white like that, I'm guessing. But like I said, you can see it in there. So that's just my thoughts on that, and like I said, if you guys have some more thoughts on it, I'd appreciate it. And so we're hoping to find a replacement for that, because I'd like to put it back together. I'd just like to see if I can do it, for one thing. But anywho, that's what I'm doing today. So probably nothing earth-shattering or anything like that. I may not even do the whole thing. What I'll do is post this first part where I started, and then I'll show you after I get them all 5 in there or whatever, and go from there or something. But we'll do something. So you guys have a pleasant day, and we'll be back in a bit. Alright, we're back once more. It is now 1:36 in the afternoon. As you can see, I have the end being glued at this time. I have weights on each end, and the weight on this end is pretty substantial. I have that transformer, so I'm hoping that will be sufficient. Now it's got a little gap down here, but that's not really worrying me. There's nothing that's going to escape. I can fix that. That's not a big deal. So like I said, I want to go ahead and get this glued so I can put the other end on and get my cross pieces in there. My cross pieces I'm working on in the living room, and I've got them going pretty good. I've got several of them cut, and they'll just fit in between. I'm not even sure I'm going to glue those in yet, but we'll see how they work out. But I just wanted to get this started gluing and set up properly, and it looks like it's doing pretty good. So we're going to get off here, and you guys will come back again later with this, I hope, and see how she's turning out. Oh, good evening, YouTube. It's 6:30 now in the evening. I'm back with the parts bin. I have it pretty much done. I have one little problem with it. Here's got way too much of a gap on it. I don't know exactly where I messed up on that. I must have cut too much when I was doing the trimming. The rest of them look pretty darn good. I mean, you know, they're good enough. So I'm gonna have to recut that one, but I think everything else looks pretty good. This is a little bit off here on the. I think I'm gonna glue these once I get these cut the way I want them. And I'll glue these and put some weight on them and make sure they stay together pretty good. Other than that, it's not too bad a shape. I like it. Like I said, there's 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 spaces there for parts. And here's a good example of what they'll look like. There's 10. That's 10K, but that's not really one of them. But I had a thing of bag of them, so I'll put them in there, and I'll put the parts here, R1, R2, whatever it is, there. And also wanted to show you a few things that came in the mail today. Let me get this off out of the way. I'm going to cut a new one of those, and I'll do that while I'm in the living room because that's the best place to do that. What was I doing? Oh, here they are. One of the things that came was one of the parts for the PTR. These are the 470 microfarad caps. They are not sure what that means there, but 100 pieces, I guess. These are supposed to be the 470s at 16 volts. There's 100 of those in there, so that's one part I've gotten for the PTR. Another part I got, this is the one I ordered for me. This is just the box, project box, and I wanted to do some experimentation on this box for hole cutting and things like that. That Bob is not doing. Bob doesn't do it the way I want to do it, so I'm going to try this. Now Bob is supposed to be trying to secure some screws for these. I think that's I haven't checked with him lately to see if he did, but so that's that. There's the inside of it. You can see. Now the speaker will go in the top, this part here, and will go up at this end. Now what I want to do is cut this out to where it's the hole is big, and I'm going to use that gutter guard thing, and we're going to do it that way. I want to try one like that and see if that doesn't work any better. His are all right, you know. He drills the holes, you know, in the pattern. That's nice, but I don't know if you've noticed it when his sounds a little on the tinny side when you don't get the full sound coming out of it, obviously, because there's just those little holes. But I'm thinking I want to try that and see. I've got my hole saw. That would be a very very easy way to make the holes in here, and I think that would be a better deal off. At least, you know, I'm trying to avoid cutting a bunch of holes. And one of the reasons I bought the switches that I bought, the the on-off are rocker switches. They require one hole, and they fit down in there. And the same thing with the AF and RF switch. It's one hole, you know, is all it is, and the potentiometer is one hole. So that's the best way to do it, I think. So that's what we're going to do. That's that. Now the next thing I got was the Bob said he had bought one of these, and this is an FM radio, I think, and it's a kit, obviously, and it has an LCD display. It's a kind of neat little kit. I thought I'd try that in my hand at that, put that together. And lastly, one of my good subscribers, as John from Arkansas would say, Tim Dockery, has sent me a potpourri of various different things. And so let's take a look and see some of the stuff he got here. Now, I don't know that I know exactly what everything is. It looked like trimmer caps to me, I think, is what those are. So those look pretty nice. Nice little selection of those. And what else we got here? Various jacks and just a little hardware here and there, and adapters. Looks like, well, I can't tell what all. Some resistors. Looks like some variable type resistors like that can be adjusted. And there's some push terminals for speaker outputs. There's a lot of stuff in there. There is quite a bit of stuff in there. And like I said, I'm very grateful for that. And let's look at another bag here. See if we see anything different. Oh, these are some more switches. A lot of switches, actually. So there should not have any shortage of switches for a while. Those are nice looking switches too. So thank you very much for those. What else we have in here? Okay, knobs. Yeah, nice selection of knobs. Always come in handy. Knobs do. I've got some of this type now. They've got a yellow front, but it's this type here, ordered for the PTR. So those will come in handy as well. And let's see what else we have. Looks like this is the last bag. And these look like pots. Just judging by what I see there. Very nice indeed. So that's a nice little selection of pots and small slide pots. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what those are. So that is very nice, Tim. Thank you very, very much, my friend. That is very nice of you to do. And I do appreciate it. Like I said, that's a good little selection of parts. Of course, now, you know, the problem is I have to find somewhere to put them. And like I said, it's just that's quite a bit of stuff there. And I will find a place. You know me, I will find a place. If I have to build another shelf or two, I will find a place. So, all right, I'm going to knock it off here. I think that's going to do me. I will eventually show you the finished product on the parts bin, but for now I think we're going to end this up here. I think I got way too much probably for a video, so may have to cut this down a little bit. But anyway, you guys have a pleasant evening. It's 6:39 now in the evening, and you guys have a pleasant evening. Thanks for watching, and we will see you.